Jason, I've got some new information from talking to two seniors here at the school. They say those portables, those outbuildings where sources tell us the shooting occurred, that's where the in-school suspension is here at Bowie High School. I also just spoke off camera with police. They're preparing to give a briefing sometime in the next few minutes or hours. They say that one person was transported to a hospital here from the scene. There is still a heavy police presence here and still parents here, despite those urgings from the school district to drive to go get their kids at a different location. We have not seen any of those school buses you were talking about lined up in front of the school here. We have not seen any of them leave as of yet. No indication that students are being bused to that secondary location, but everything still seems like it's remaining inside the school. Arlington police say they're doing protective sweeps of the area right now, and we don't know whether the person who fired a gun is in custody at this point, at least not from here at the scene. What we do know from our sources that the victim transported to the hospital in grave condition. The students here say that's what they've heard as well. In their group chats where they're checking on friends, where they're sharing videos of each other inside the school, and then also some videos we're told of the aftermath of this shooting. It all echoes the reporting that we have already heard, that these students are in, this victim here is in grave condition here at the scene and transported from the scene to a hospital, Arlington police say. Parents are still anxious for answers. This all now almost an hour and a half after school was supposed to let out, after their kids were supposed to be on buses on their way home. Now they're waiting to get their kids out of this lockdown situation that's still unfolding here at Bowie High School. My colleague Adriana D'Alba is also covering this story. She is in a different location near the school. And Adriana, I know you've got some updates from where you are as well.
I do, and the situation kind of has seemed to change, have changed a lot in the last half hour or so, I'd say. So I'm on the opposite side of where Cole's standing, and so earlier I mentioned that there were school buses lined up all across the parking lot of the school. We started to see them clear out, and I'll just kind of show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see through those trees, but they moved those school buses to the other side of the school, and I think that's where Cole is standing. And so I believe that they're beginning the process, like preparing these buses to start heading to that reunification site. And as far as parents, boy, they've really cleared out of the area, and I talked with a lot of them. They're going directly where they were told to go, which is the athletic center, that they're being told to wait for their children to be reunited. And so again, the students are still in the school at this point. The buses have moved around, and it looks like they're getting the ball rolling on that front. I did want to mention, or point one thing out. If you look over to the side of the school, you'll see some portable buildings, and we believe that is where the shooting happened, is outside of those portable buildings. I just spoke with a student. Somehow he was able to leave school, but he just shared with me that he was in the hallway near where those portables are, and that he heard the commotion and they found out that there was a shooting. Now, he told me that those portables are ISS buildings, so being used for in-school suspension. So again, we can't confirm or tie the two together, that this led to this, but what we know is from a student is that those buildings are used for in-school suspension. So again, there just are so many questions still. The only thing we have confirmed from police at this point is the fact that there was a shooting outside of the school, and one person was shot, and that person has been taken to the hospital. So we're just kind of standing by to see at what point police are going to give us an update on what exactly unfolded here tonight. But there is a lot of movement happening here now outside of the school as those parents gear up to reunite with their kids.
All right, Adriana, thank you for that new information there. And, the cadence of these things, we know that this can take a while for them to clear that school, especially since we haven't heard anything about an arrest or a suspect in this case. So we don't know how long those students are going to be held in lockdown. We do know that they're going to be headed to that reunification center that you see there on the map. Again, it's about a 15-minute drive away to the north from Bowie High School there in Arlington.